This is tape.
The Dawson, Texas gymnasium was converted from a polling place to a morgue by last night's plane crash. Here is where the bodies of the 84 persons who were killed in last night's electric crash are being held and identified. At the crash scene today, things were calm and well organized. The National Guard and Department of Public Safety had clamped a tight security ring around the immediate crash site, even using sentry dogs at places. All cars moving into the area were cleared through DPS roadblocks, and everyone entering the crash area was required to sign in and out.
I saw a terrific red glare right in the middle of a rainstorm. And I looked to see what had caused the red glare, and I could see a ball of fire in the sky east of where I was. And it was falling, and I could see from the reflection of that red ball of fire looked like the fuselage of the aircraft watering into the ground. And when it hit, there was an explosion that lit up the whole valley.
Relatives of the victims of this crash were seen milling around the streets of Dawson today, many also located at the motel in Corsicana, Texas, which also houses the headquarters for the investigation into the cause of this tragic crash. From Dawson, Texas, this is Bob Jett, Channel 8 News.
The polls on this primary day close in about 50 minutes, or nearly 7 o'clock. But just about sunrise this morning, Democratic gubernatorial candidate Eugene Locke cast his ballot. The former deputy ambassador to Vietnam said Governor Connolly was talking about him when the governor said, "The Democrats need to elect a man of ability and stature as their next governor." The threat of inclement weather stayed some voters from the polls, in which, at least on the Democratic side, 10 persons were seeking the state's highest elective office. Voters also had the opportunity to express their feelings on 3 referendum issues: the legalizing sale of liquor by the drink, legalizing pari-mutuel betting on horse races, and milk price regulation. These issues are not binding on the legislature, but are merely a straw poll of the residents of the state. Persons casting their preferences in the American Party had quite a different task. Gene Lenore has that story.
Dallas County Republicans were out in force today, putting up a show of force for Ronald Reagan and Richard Nixon. The GOP organization backing Reagan said Reagan groups would be set up in all of the county's 293 precincts. The party's only candidate with previous political experience voted this morning at the Herbert Marcus School in North Dallas. John Trice, who ran for state attorney general in 1964, made his choice today, and there's little doubt as to how he voted. Trice is one part of a trio of Republican attorneys who are opposing each other in this primary day. 5 other GOP candidates are unopposed, seeking statewide offices. 4 GOP legislative places are contested. For the most part, precinct nominees are uncontested in the GOP election. Lee?
Other primary races to watch for tonight concern the 8th and 16th congressional districts. Channel 8 will begin coverage of the election results starting tonight at 7 o'clock. And at 8:30, Murphy Martin, Travis Lynn, and Bob Gooding will present complete and definitive results. For Gene Lenore and Mike Moss, this is Lee Salzberger reporting to Channel 8 News.
After extensive investigations and deliberation by the Southwest Athletic Conference, it has judged Texas A&M University in violation of conference rules. By unanimous action, the conference reprimands Texas A&M University for its conduct of football recruitment activities. The conference is gravely concerned over finding A&M guilty of a serious violation of conference rules for the second time in less than 3 years.
Thank you, Merv. Here at the county clerk's office, the temporary headquarters of the Democratic Party, things are busy but quite confident. Unfortunately, Tom Ellis is not with us because he's busy tabulating returns, but his Chief Deputy Larry Murdoch is. Larry, how have things been in the voting today? Has it been heavy or light?
Carl, from all indications we have, it's been rather light, not as heavy as we had expected.
Now, has this been due to the weather? Have we got any problems in the voting machines?
I don't think there's been any particular problems other than the normal ones with the machines. Fishing might have been good.
Fishing possibly was good, but what about the fishing for the candidates?
Well, this is a problem they're going to have to settle tonight. Be a lot of happy ones and a lot of unhappy ones.
Have we had a good Democratic turnout here?
Well, just from Mr. Ellis's own estimate, which was about 125,000, he will probably be just a little light.
Just a little light. It's a little too early to tell what kind of a turnout we're going to have and what kind of a trend we're going to have in the various elections, but so far, how do you see it?
In what respect now? In any particular race or overall?
Overall.
Well, the voting should be good. It should be heavier all over the state because of this beautiful weather. But still, here in Dallas, the returns have been late coming in, and as yet we have no real definite indication of any trend whatsoever for light or heavy vote.
Now, we've had a lot of controversy on the present voting machines. Have we had any problem with long lines or any problem with the machines?
I voted in my precinct about 2:30 or 3 o'clock, and they had 3 machines and a line, maybe 15 people, which I wouldn't consider unusual.
Thank you, Larry. Right now, we're going to go back to the studio, but we hope that later on we will have some more definite trends coming up. From here, this is Carl Mayo at the county clerk's office.